How many of you recognize this handstand? Or this handstand? Both of these are examples of an athlete who cannot maintain midline stability and/or have poor shoulder range. The ability of the athlete to reach full shoulder extension and maintain solid midline stability is crucial to the successful execution of a handstand. The vast majority of CrossFitters who struggle with handstanding do so due to these factors, not shoulder strength. So let's have a look at a couple of stretches, exercises and drills to help improve these weaknesses. When it comes to improving shoulder range for handstanding, there is an absolute myriad of shoulder extension stretches that can be completed. These vary from the traditional stick rolls. 10 to 15 of these should suffice when warming up. To shoulder extensions on a box. Ensure your hands are only shoulder width apart, your ears remain between your arms, and you are glancing up between your hands. Hold this position for about 30 seconds and repeat 3 to 5 times. To shoulder extension on the rings. Ensure you are looking forward, your back is remaining flat, and that the only extension that is occurring is through the shoulder joint. Once again, hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 3 to 5 times. I would recommend performing stick rolls in conjunction with one of the other shoulder extension options every time you enter the gym. When it comes to midline stability, once again there are plenty of options at your disposal. Within a standard training session, gymnasts inadvertently execute the hollow position hundreds of times within skills in addition to strict hollow conditioning, hence why they are so proficient at it. There are a variety of different hollow position holds which can be completed, all varying in difficulty, as can be seen here. When performing any of the hollow hold variations, it is imperative that your lower back remains flush against the floor. To do this, try and start at the top of your sit-up position and roll backwards one vertebra at a time until your shoulders are just above the floor. Always keep your chin on your chest, and as you become better at the position, gradually extend your legs and arms. Two other important exercises for improving your hollow chest position are the plank and front support. As obvious as it sounds, the most important characteristic to train when performing any of the aforementioned hollow exercises is that your upper chest actually remains hollow and that your hips remain flat. The only rounding of the body is created from the upper back and not the hips. Once you become more proficient at these holds, move to hollow slide outs. Although hollow position is probably the most important to learn correctly in practice, Superman holds, side support holds, and back support holds also improve your ability to maintain midline stability whilst in handstand. Aim for 3 sets of 1-minute holds while squeezing your legs together and pointing your toes, as this improves your ability to maintain body tension and is not purely for aesthetics. Your next stop should be performing wall walks with good form. From a perfect front support position, walk your feet up the wall and hands towards the wall as close as you can. Ensure you are not sagging through the stomach, as this makes it borderline impossible to hold a handstand without the wall, so stay tight. The same rules apply when coming back down. Maintain a good hollow position through your upper chest and keep your hips flat until your feet are firmly back on the floor. Once proficient at performing wall walks with minimum form breaks, it is time to learn the entry to a handstand. This next drill is called a scorpion kick. It is great for building confidence when entering a handstand and initially can be performed in front of a wall, and as confidence grows, it can be completed in front of a crash mat, and then finally without a mat. Set up like you're about to start a sprint. Hands on the floor, pointing forward, one leg bent up and the other dead straight. There is no hard and fast rule as to which leg is to be bent and which is to be straight, just whichever is more comfortable. Ensure your head remains between your arms at all times and that you are looking through your eyelids at the ground between your hands. If your head remains between your arms, the chances of hurting yourself are massively reduced. Once in position, push from your bent leg while driving the heel of your straight leg. Please don't misconstrue this as bending your leg, keep it straight at all times. Once confidence builds, try and bounce higher and higher until the straight leg hits vertical and you can bring the bent leg up and straighten to hit a handstand. Try and have hands relatively close to the wall to avoid overarching or overextending the back in order to get heels to the wall. Once handstand can consistently be reached from a scorpion kick, it's time to learn the full entry of a handstand. An incredibly common error with the entry of a handstand is to start with hands up above the head and throw them down towards the ground close to the feet while kicking the legs up. This movement generates rotation, and as such you are highly unlikely to be able to find the balance point of the handstand. The correct way to enter a handstand is essentially a long forward lunge into a scorpion kick. Arms start by your side, and as you lunge they reach forward about 2 feet in front of your front foot. From this point, the rest of the entry is just a scorpion kick. Fingers pointing forward on the floor, the bent leg does all the pushing and the straight leg levers you up. Always try and have your straight leg vertical before you try to bring your legs together. By entering a handstand like this, you are far less likely to flip over onto your back. Once in a handstand, always try and push up through your shoulders, similar to that of maintaining active shoulders. Squeeze your legs together, point your toes, squeeze your abs and your glutes. All that practice from hollow holds should now be paying off. Balance is maintained by making small adjustments by either pushing your fingertips into the ground or your palms. When exiting the handstand, always try and step down by splitting your legs and bringing one leg down at a time, as opposed to crashing down 2 feet together. Improve your handstanding by being spotted, practicing in front of a crash mat, and eventually performing them freestanding on your own. For advice on other ways to exit a handstand, including how to safely exit when falling over, how to walk on your hands, how to do freestanding handstand push-ups or any other gymnastics related tricks, please contact me at Schwartz's CrossFit Melbourne.